Hey, this is Bobby Halton. I'm back out live on scene at the Collinsville Burns, and I'm here with two guys that just handed me a tool, two Oklahoma City firefighters. We got Clint Bowring and Tony Mack. And Clint and Tony have come up with a tool called the Bowring. And I got to tell you, I feel like how the guys must have felt when Captain Halligan came out with the Halligan tool. This amazing tool has so many uses. Clint and Matt are going to go through a few of them for us here. But we're going to feature this in Fire Engineering and Technology today. These guys have just started up the company, so it's going to be available pretty soon online, and you'll be able to get your hands on it. It's the B-O-W-R-I-N-G, the Bowring. And the guys are going to show me some of the uses of it right now. So, Clint, show us how we can use the Bowring.
Okay, well, started off as a hose advancement tool, came about through doing some high-rise training.
Okay, so as a hose advancement tool, I can take this, slap it down on the hose, have my nozzle out in front of me, but you hook your hose here, so this gives me some leverage out here. So if I got my tip out here, I can deflect some of that, so almost like a nozzle reaction. So I can hook this right here.
Yeah, this right here is anywhere from red line 1 inch to 1.5 inch, 1 3/4.
Okay.
This gate is 2 inch, 2.5 inch, and 3 inch. If my arm was a 2.5 inch hose, I could slap it on there, move it up and down the line. But when I'm ready to counteract nozzle kickback or PSI, or hose advancement, I can go that way, and you can see how it bites. Well, essentially, I've got a purchase point on the hose, and I've transferred, instead of grip pressure and forearm pressure, I've transferred it to your large muscles, back, legs, and shoulders.
It's amazing, and you could also take it, hook it to one of your straps or gears, hang the line off, one of those longer firefights where you're just waiting to advance a line, so your arms aren't, you're not using up all your strength, take it off, and there you are back in action.
This tool right here is 1.5 couplings, 2.5 inch couplings, Stort's couplings, 1.5 pin lug, 2.5 inch pin lug, O2 valve, gas meter valve, optional gas meter valve, water key. This right here is your old hay hook method with ripping the window. You stick this through the window, and this rides on the window, and the window hits this 1/8 inch kind of razor blade area right there. One of the best things for it is it's a RIT hook firefighter drag. You stick this down their back, hook their straps on their SCBA. If this was his SCBA, I could stick that right there and drag him all day long. Or I could actually stick it in his frame right there.
Just amazing.
It's a figure 8 descender, which Clint's going to demonstrate and show you the technique.
It's like every other figure 8 works. I mean, you just, of course, depending on your weight, I mean, you're going to have to train with it and figure out how many loops you want to put on there.
Right, how much tension you need.
Exactly. You just run it through, snap it to your harness or your integrated harness, whatever you use. There you go. I mean, you're hooked on right here. It's pretty simple. I mean, just like every other 8 works.
I'll be darned. Look at that.
You can use it on bottom belay, fixed brake lowering systems, any kind of haul system you can hook it up to. You can hook you can hook your pursuit cord up here. You can have your pulley system hooked to it on your anchor point. Anywhere you want to use it with ropes.
It's also show on the side of the self-brake.
Yeah, you can also run it through there's a couple of different ways you can use it for rappelling. We found out, and then you can use it that way. You can also hook it on this ear here, hook it through like this. You can rappel this way also.
And now you got a self-braking hook.
You run around here, and your body weight, when you let go of this handle, hold that for me please. When you're hanging on it like this, the brake's set. When you want to rappel, you pull down on the handle here, and the rope runs through. So So when you're ready to rappel, you pull on that. Runs through, and you let go, and it locks.
I'll be darned. Holy mackerel.
Clint and I, we had one of our drivers. We had a 2.5 inch line, solid bore, 200 foot. Clint was on the nozzle without a Bowring. I was backing him up with the Bowring. He pumped 300 PSI to us. And we flowed and didn't move, didn't budge an inch.
Man. That's fireground innovation right there. These are real firemen, came up with a real tool out of necessity. People always say that the fire service hasn't evolved, though that's absolutely untrue. I mean, you look at the gear we're wearing, you look at the packs we're wearing, you look at the tools we use, you look at men like Matt and Clint coming up with the Bowring. Just amazing, an amazing new tool, one that I know is going to really take the fire service by storm. I can't wait to see what the rest of the men and women out there come up with in terms of uses for this. I mean, you know, the limits are just your imagination with this tool. It's just an amazing tool, and it's comfortable. It's easy to hold.
22 ounces.
Boy, it hardly weighs a thing. Just a fantastic tool. I can't thank you guys enough for letting us see this. That's the Bowring, the Bowring. Clint,
Thanks, sir.
God bless. Matt,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. What a great tool. Okay, we're gonna take the Bowring. We're gonna have one guy go in to pull a down firefighter out. We don't have a whole lot of heat or fire conditions here. We're gonna show how you use the Bowring to drag a fireman out of a fire. We got a firefighter down right inside the doorway. Clint, why don't you show us how this is done? All right, so now we found the firefighter. Clip him. Now let's see it.
He's on his belly right there.
He's on his belly on a wet floor. Look at that.
We can take Mike Walker out.
Outstanding.
Take Chief Walker.
TheBowring.com. TheBowring.com. Check it out.